Oh, hey there, I'm going to show you, it's a little bit loud out here, but I'm going to try and show you this load, and it's wild. 51-foot step, 41 bottom. You can see everything got put on there, and it made it. There's a little bit to spare, but not a lot. So I try and go over. There's just a couple of boom lifts, and it's pretty wild. I know it looks pretty funky, but the buckets were on a pallet. Pallets were in terrible condition, so I had to really be careful and make sure everything got settled in really good. And they're just sitting on the forks, but they drove them on like this. These are extra attachments and everything. So I had a lot of climbing to do. Had to pad the chains on the painted surfaces, so I'm pulling forward that way. And pulling the bucket back to the fork setup keeps it pretty stable, pull back this way, but it was trying to find a way to, because there wasn't a lot of extra room. So I wrapped over double binder here, and then I hooked right to the trailer, right in the front, and it's plenty of clearance. It's not a problem. So, I mean, all my dunnage is there and everything else. And they just barely slipped this sucker in. So, that was just the extra pallet. You can see I'm up against the bulkhead here. They're really nice machines. They're from France. They're a Manitou brand. They had a little bit of space, but I'd rather have some space to work with. And I did a slightly different grab, but pretty much the same. But I used the chain pockets, mostly because everything over here is too far outside the dimension of the bucket. So I was trying to keep my chains inside without worrying about slippage. That's why I went over here to keep everything inside. Now there's a lip there that'll help keep the chains on so they won't slip. But, I really had to kind of watch, make sure they're good and tight. Same thing here, right through there. I had to feed it with so small, I had to put a bungee cord through there and pull my chains with a bungee cord. So that's another good tip for you guys. You use what you got, seriously. So I did my best to make sure everything was really well padded. There's some kind of boss up there with it's welded on. So it's painted, but I want to make sure it wasn't going to get abraded. So I got a lot of business you got to watch out for. You make sure you stay away from hydraulic lines and electrical and anything like that. So you have to watch all that, and it's designated tie-down areas. So I'm good there. It was 34.5 on the trailer and spread axle. We can haul 40,000. I think I was 28,000 on the drives. I just couldn't get that weight shifted up to the front. But also the counterbalances, of course, are on the rear. So that's pushing that extra several thousand pounds of extra weight to the rear. And I'm on my restart. I'm getting ready to do laundry. See, shower bag laundry up front. It's pretty trashy here. I don't like coming to this place, but I had so many hours to work with, and that's what it is. And everybody was in there crooked and everything last night, and I'm going to put me out a little bit crooked too, but that's all right. As long as I'm inside the lines, I ain't complaining. So it's a really nice machine. I mean, these would be great to have one at home. So extra chain's not going to go anywhere. I didn't even bother trying to put it in a knot because it's not long enough to get into any tires. So everything is good there. I used chain pockets back here just simply because I didn't have, the only other place to hook is right here. So I just went with a chain pocket. So that's pretty good. And they're good and tight. I don't want to overstretch or anything like that, but we just do the best we can. It's a really nice outfit. I did tie this one up just a little bit. There's a little bit of gappage there, and I probably could build that up and then come back and grab again, build the front of the bucket up so I could get a flat surface there, but I decided that it really probably wasn't really needed. And I asked the manufacturer permission, you know, is it okay to go through there, or is it going to cause any problems? Do I need to do any other padding or any other thing like that? Not on a bucket. On the other painted surfaces, yeah, but these buckets are going to get just literally trashed. So, you know, do the best we can. They have to be secure. It looks so funky, you know, it's just everything is making it, and it's just fine, you know, trying to keep everything inside. I made a special grab kind of to help keep that pallet in check, because if I didn't, as bad as it was, because I watched them pretty much break the pallets apart in pieces while they were trying to put everything together. It really made it kind of difficult. So I put my chain up there so it's outside the pallet and help them hold it in there. You can see it's just completely crushed. And that's before they even loaded it on the truck. It's not from me doing anything at all. And I tried to keep chains from not touching each other. But this is the best grab I can come up with. Just keeping good tension. Of course, with the bulkhead like this, it's, you know, with the step, that's it. It's not going forward anymore. One strap was all that's needed in here. Didn't have to worry about anything. And it is kind of a decent load. You know, it's probably 255, 260 a mile. I was trying to remember. They upped it. They gave me a little extra. Had to deadhead to get some. I'm going right back to Fort Campbell. So I've been hauling those Humvee loads, and you guys have seen those. I haven't taken any video of the Humvee loads, but they're pretty straightforward. Just 2 Humvees on here, simple cross, you know, tie downs on the. It's pretty simple loading, except it's military base, so I can't shoot video of them loading or any video or camera inside. I just can't do it. So at least that's what I'm led to believe. And I'd rather not get in trouble or tick off any of the security forces or anything like that. I'm not gonna do anything like that. So that's pretty squared away. I try to show you guys stuff that's a little bit more unusual, because it does take the full length of the trailer. I mean, it's, you know, a 48 would work, but they would find themselves without that extra 3 feet or to tie down, so they would have to do, you know, a little something different. But and they could probably scooch it up just and tighten it up just a little bit. So a 48 would be right within what they need to do, but you know, having the 51 gives me the versatility. So, and I haven't moved my axles out of spread for quite some time, because I've been hauling nothing but vehicles, and they're paying really well. I'm not running really hard, and able to pay my bills and do my stuff in truck payment. And I've been trying to change my business model a little bit, and it's been working pretty well. So I just had to work a little smarter, not harder, and stop taking the freight to these places that are just total garbage. Even though they say they'll get you something at the other end, they usually drop you like a hot potato. You know, they don't care once you've done their load. You're off their radar. So pretty much that's it. They can give a flying rat's ass less about you then. They might put up some little effort to make it look like they care, but actually you covered their loads, they could give a shit less. So I don't go to those areas anymore, and I don't actually believe most of the people. They say, oh, I got this, I got that, and they get up there and they don't have a damn thing. So I don't go to some of these areas. I've been staying in the Midwest, Mid-South, and I've just been running right here, doing just fine. No more long haul stuff. It's all been short. Rarely anything over 600 to 800 miles. Mostly in the 400 to 500 range. So I'm going to go get a shower and do some dang laundry, and we'll see you on the road.